Hello guys. Hello. Hello, good afternoon guys. Uh, so let them join different participants. I just want to ask you, like I have received only till seven, what you can say, this assignment. When the rest are going to submit, ask them to submit by today. Okay. I hope my voice is now audible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. So we'll start with your new chapter. See, meanwhile, what you do, you ask your friend to mail me the assignment, okay, by evening, no issue. Still, I have received only seven guys assignment, so let it be no hurry. By evening, you can share me, okay. So we'll see today new chapter, that is venomous snake bite, okay. So you have in this chapter, you have to understand the different types of poisonous snake, okay, because in general tendency if we see any kind of snake we will get just afraid of that, and Due to that, what will happen, our psychomotor function will affect, okay, and will lead to the unconsciousness and all those things. So we should know that all kind of snakes are not venomous. Only a few species are really venomous and poisonous, okay. So it, they may be a very effect of their poison could be a severe, and it can be a dramatic, okay. Because what will happen in so many time in snake bite, what will happen, a person may lead to the immediately to the coma. And what will happen, the second thing, they, it may affecting their vital organ also, okay. So anytime, whenever any person who will undergo this coma kind of situation, so that time it will be difficult to the diagnose, okay. So here we will see the different types of snakes which are venomous and their sign and symptoms, okay. And what could be the proper treatment of this kind of venomous snake bite, okay. See, there are, you can say, snake injector, especially venom from the fangs. Okay, as you guys always know, when you have seen the snakes in movies, in serials, so you know like how they will bite. Okay, so there will be a two fangs will be there. They will bite, and sometimes what will happen there, venom, it will be a potent neurotoxin or vasculotoxin, or sometimes it could be a mycotoxin. So it will affect the different, uh, 1 minute. Okay, so I'll just to hold down. Okay, I'll just correct this thing. Okay, so I hope now background voice will be gone. So this I was just discussing about the snake venoms. Okay, so this venom could be a cocktail of a protein which is secreted by parotid glands of snake. Okay, so this could be, there are especially these three kind of species of their snakes which can be a potent neurotoxic, mitotoxic, or vasculotoxic, okay. So elapids, okay. So first of all, first species of snake is elapids, okay, venom of which are neurotoxic. And they, this kind of snakes having the short fangs, okay, there is no kind of long snake, okay. The second one we see the sea snakes, okay. So the venom of which could be having a myotoxic, okay. These are having the especially long fang snake, okay. And third one which you know like most commonly known as vipers, okay. So venoms of which are vasculotoxic, this could be a long and erect fang, okay. So this could be like neurotoxic. First of all, like this kind of snake which are bites, it may directly lead to the effect to the brain, okay. And then person may immediately go into the coma kind of condition, okay. Whereas sea snake, like they could be a myotoxic. It could be affecting the some of the heart of like some of the function to the heart and all those things, because there is a generation of immediate more level of phosphokinase in second and third one, myotoxic and vasculotoxic. As you know, like if there is an increased level of phosphate, okay, or phosphokinase, so they may affect the cardiac rhythm, okay. So this could be having the two different effect, myotoxic and vasculotoxic. And as you know, like these viper bites are common throughout the world, okay. So like most of the snake which you will see, it could be like any color, like brown, white, or it could be green, okay. So all these kind of snake species are not at all poisonous, okay. Some like when you see the cobra or black color snake, okay, this could be having the more poisonous effect. And you know the effect of cobra bite, in within a minute it can lead to the fatal or mortality, okay. So this is what will happen, okay. So this generally what will happen, this common snake bite will generally occur in the rural setup, like where the people do the farming in their farms, or sometime during the what will happen in particularly if I say in my area or Rajasthan in the rural area, and sometime in your like Kerala side where there is a most of the sea like farms are there. So in this condition what will happen during this rainy season, if there is a no rain, if there is a so much heat, so this snake will come out, okay. And what will happen, they will just go the and find the place of coolness, okay. So sometime what will happen, uh, uncertainty, or by chance what will happen, you will touch with the feet of the snake, so in that retardation they will bite. It is not like that they are enemy of human being. What will happen, they may also afraid like who touch them, or they feel that kind of sensation. So generally, as I said in this line only, that common in rural setup, occupational hazards of farmers, okay, and fishermen, especially that sea snakes, okay. So they are at a risk of myotoxic environment, okay, envenoming, okay. So this kind, so you have to generally identify, like first of all there is a three kind of species, like which toxicity they will affect and what kind of fangs will be there. So elapids kind of snakes will have the neurotoxic and they are having short fang, okay. The second one having the sea snakes, okay. So for that especially this fishermen will be on risk of myotoxic environment, okay. And they may lead to the myotoxic and they are having the long fangs, okay. The third is a vipers, okay. So venom of which are vasculotoxic, okay. So these are the long and erect, long and this erect fang will be there, okay. So next we'll see the how this venomous snake bite will take place, okay. So we'll see the pathophysiology of venomous snake bite, okay. So here we'll see. See, first of all, whenever the any snake will bite, it will lead to the intravenous entry into the body. Okay. So this envenoming involves multiple toxic reaction occurring simultaneously. Okay. So this as I was telling you, this snake bite, there will be an intravenous entry, and they will involve multiple toxic reaction, because what will happen, there will be a release of autocoils by activation of endogenous kinin system, and they may lead to the complement fixation. Okay, so as you guys know, there are various autocoils will be there in body. Okay, so it could be like any kind of like, but here mainly involvement of kinin. So this may lead to the most toxic reaction, because there will be an intravenous entry. Okay. So second thing, we'll see the changes or steps in the envenoming. Okay. So there will be a swelling first of all at the site where snake will bite. Okay. And bite of an vasculotoxic snake result in rapidly developing swelling at the site of bite. So what will happen due to this rapid diffusion of venom through subcutaneous tissue and changes in vascular permeability? Okay. So see, there is a mention that vasculotoxic here, not at all mycotoxic or neurotoxic. Okay, remember, bite of an vasculotoxic snake result in the first of all development of swelling, okay, where it will be bite. Okay, then what will happen due to this rapid diffusion of venom through the subcutaneous tissue and changes in the vascular permeability, because there will be chance there is a more dilation, or there will be chance that increased level of phosphokinase. Okay, so this may lead to the death of the person. Okay, so this is first thing will be changes by the vasculotoxic snake will be swelling at the site of snake bite. Then second thing will occur the local necrosis. So there will be a block because of the blockage of the blood vessel at the site of bite. It may lead to the dry gangrene. Okay, and there will be a cell death. Okay, in the case of vasculotoxic. Okay, the third changes will take place here is shock. Okay, so most of the time what will happen, as I told you earlier, like we see the snake will be in the tremendous condition, like we got most of the afraid. Okay, so it may lead to the shock like condition. So most of the time what will happen, immediately after the bite, it can be a fatal, it can be not at all fatal due to the entry of snake venom immediately. Okay, just remember, in case of cobra bite you can consider within a minute you can die due to the snake bite. But what will happen, most people will die due to the shock. Okay, because by afraiding or by seeing the snake, if they will consider that I'm going to die, so this condition may lead to the shock, and immediately once the snake will bite, a person whom that snake has bitten, it may die. Okay, and say, most of the time the other complication may also arise like vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, collapsing with unrecordable blood pressure due to the vasodilation which is produced by the bradykinin. Okay, so these all three effects will occur in the vasculotoxic snake biting. Okay, first of all, swelling at the site. Second thing, local necrosis. Third thing, shock. Okay, then we'll see the next effect of this vasculotoxic. Okay, so fourth one is a spontaneous hemorrhage. Okay, so from all vital organs, especially in brain, result in death. Okay, why in brain? Because there will be a shock like condition, so there will be a less circulation or chance of the clotting of the blood, so this may lead to the death of the person. Okay, so you have to remember these four changes in case of vasculotoxic: swelling, necrosis, shock, and spontaneous hemorrhage. Okay, so so you understand, like there are three type of snake: elapids, sea snake, and viper. Elapids may lead to the neurotoxic, sea snake may lead to the myotoxic, and viper may lead to the vasculotoxic. So whatever changes we have seen till now, it is about the viper that may lead to the vasculotoxic. Now we see the neurotoxic. So it can be mostly done by the elapids kind of snake. Okay, or it can be a result due to bite of elapid snakes. Okay, so this mostly affect the neuromuscular blockade of muscles of eye, tongue, throat, chest, and it may lead to the respiratory failure. Okay, so these are the effect which it can be lead to the when neurotoxic or elapid snake bite. Okay, so what will happen that neuromuscular, so in this case what you require, some of the neuromuscular like skeletal muscle relaxant, okay, or neuromuscular drug which can relax the this condition. Apart from that, other drug, as you know, like whenever any snake will bite, okay, irrespective any category, you have one of the vaccine or which is known as ASV. Okay, ASV nothing but anti-sera vaccine, or this anti-sera vaccine is prepared by the only a snake poison by altering the their poison. Okay, so about this thing, you can see the this about the neurotoxic, it may lead to the respiratory failure at the end. Then we see the myotoxicity. Okay, so there will be a blockage of myoneural of skeletal muscle, okay, due to the myotoxicity, okay, and this may affect the cardiac effect, as I told in earlier first one only. Then in case of vascular toxic and myotoxicity, it may affect the cardiac especially, because here also it mentioned that level of phosphokinase may increase, okay. So apart from that, what could be the other effect of this? It may lead to the severe depression, hypotension, and there will be a changes in ECG, and there will be a increased level of creatinine. If there is an increased level of creatinine, so mostly is going to affect the renal of the person, and it may lead to the obviously acute kind of renal failure, okay. So this acute renal failure is almost common in the with the bite of all kind of snake, okay. What will happen? Because there is a bite, there is a earlier in last slide we have seen there will be a vasodilation, so vasodilation will be there, so there is a no proper cardiac outflow, so it may lead to the decreased supply to the renal, okay, blood supply. So there will, due to this, it may lead to the acute renal failure, okay. And there is again chance of that hemoglobin, urinuria, and direct nephrotoxicity effect. So therefore whenever any kind of snake will bite, so there will be a chance that they are going to affect the, first of all, its vital organs, okay. So this vital organ involve all things, like, as you know, this heart, kidney, okay. So all this can be affected. So what are the early signs of envenoming? Okay, so there are the most common early signs. See, these are the first sign when you see the any kind of snake which will appear. Okay, so you can see. See, the first one is fright. Okay, or you can also call it intense fear. So falling off with feeble pulse within a minute. Okay, as I told you earlier only, like whenever any kind of snake will bite, so you may feel that your heartbeat will be a different level, okay. It will be a moving very fast, okay, in within a fraction of a minute, okay, because of the fear, okay. The second thing is the collapsing due to the sudden vasodilation, and you may have the hypotensive effect, okay, sudden drop in the blood pressure. The third thing is the local swelling, which can be start within a minute, okay. So and then fourth one is the non-specific sign, like which will be not seen, and it could be a vomiting, hypotension, and polymorph leukocytosis, okay. So this, why? Because hypotension, because there is a intense fear, and there is a chance of the sudden drop of the blood pressure, so it may lead to the this kind of non-specific sign, okay. Then apart from that, there will be a chance of abnormal bleeding from the gums, then ptosis, then glossopharyngeal palsy, and generalized, okay. Anyone know what is ptosis? Guys, anyone is known about the ptosis?
No,
Arey,
sir.
okay, ptosis nothing but there is a drop of the upper eyelid. Okay, so it can be lead to the paralysis of the upper eyelid. Okay, so this will be appearing because in immediate intensely you may having the dropping fear. So you may your eyelid will be closed immediately. Okay, so these are the most common early signs of envenoming. Okay, so first of all, intense fear. Second one is collapsing, local swelling, non-specific sign like vomiting, hypotension, polymorph leukocytosis, abnormal bleeding from the gums, ptosis, glossopharyngeal palsy, and generalized myalgia. Then what could be a later sign of envenoming? Okay, so this later sign of envenoming means once the animal or snake will bite, so what effect could be appear? Okay, so first of all there will be a local swelling spread to whole limb and trunk, okay. So like earlier slide we have seen, if there is a biting of the animal, there is a chance of the swelling at the site of where the animal will bite. So this further may spread to the whole limb and trunk within a 48 to 72 hours. Okay. The second thing, there will be a swelling in tense and massive and discolor. So whenever any animal, any snake will bite, so there will be a chance of changing in the color, or there will be a discoloration. Okay. The third point will be there, blisters appear at the site of bite. Okay. Then fourth thing, local necrosis. So there will be a cell death will be there. Okay, because it can be appear after a few days, characterized by the superficial darkening of skin followed by the infection. Okay. The next point is the hemorrhage into vital organs, especially in the brain, and it can be linked to the fetal-like condition. Okay. Then it may lead to the shock, which can be due to the reason being there will be a tachycardia, hypotension, and changing in the ECG, and there will be a respiratory failure. So at several cases, there will be a severely advanced phases will be there, and the person is unable to speak, cough, swallow, or there is a chance of increased level of breathing, respiratory rate, or sweating will be there, or sometime it will be there due to the venom. There will be a chance of allergy or urticaria. Okay, so these are the later sign of envenoming. See, first of all, there will be a local swelling which can be spread to whole limb and trunk. And second thing, there will be a tense and massive and discolored swelling at the site of bite. Third thing, there will be a appearance of the blister. And fourth thing, there will be a local necrosis which can be appear after a 2 to 3 days once animal that snake is bite, and there will be a chance of or it can be characterized by darkening of the skin followed by the infection. The next point, there will be a hemorrhage into a vital organ, especially in the brain, because of the unconsciousness and severe coma, and because of the intense fear, it may lead to the fetal-like condition. Then it can be lead to the shock, which can be marked by tachycardia, hypotension, and ECG changes. And there would be a respiratory failure when, in that case, when person is inability to speak, cough, swallow, and there is a chance of increased breathing and respiration rate, sweating. And the next point is the venom allergy or urticaria. Okay, so here we have seen the two different kind of sign. One is the early sign, then later sign. In early sign, you have seen that intense fear, collapsing, local swelling, non-specific sign, abnormal bleeding, ptosis, gastropharyngeal palsy, and generalized myalgia. Okay. In later sign, you have seen these all are the parameters. Okay. So what could be the treatment for this venomous snake bite? Okay, so there are, first of all, plenty of treatments are there. It's again depend upon the situation and types of snake bite. Okay, and then second thing will be there, in very few cases. Okay, in very few cases you require the ASV, that is anti-sera vaccine, which can be prepared by the snake venom only by some doing the altering in the this venom composition. Okay, so first of most treatment is that it will be always suggested that don't get panic once you see the any kind of snake. Okay, not to get panic. If by chance if animal has been bite, so don't get too much intense that you feel like that you are going to death. Okay, so don't feel like that. If see, there is always, I think you guys also aware about the some of the primary treatment. Okay, primary treatment for the snake bite, where you do not have primary care hospital. See, suppose at some place where animal has been bitten, so in that case what you can do, in the place about to that where the snake bite, you can tightly tie the some of the cloth. Okay, then immediately rush to the primary hospital care. Okay, the second thing will be there, if there is a bite, if you are not getting anything fast, so you just pull tightly, you hold your that portion, and you immediately rush to the hospital. Okay, if you are not getting anything, so what you can do, you ask person to drink lot of that what do you call, butter. Okay, ghee. Okay, so lot of butter if that person will consume, so it may activate chemoreceptor trigger zone and person may vomit. Okay, so if person is going to vomit, so what will happen, that poison is coming out from the body. Okay, so these are the some of the primary treatment if you are not having any primary hospital care near to your area. So in that condition, what you can do, once you do the primary care, then rush that person to the hospital. Okay. Then there will be second thing, that adequate insurance about the treatment. Okay, so what are the treatment you require, you have to take the adequate assurance. Okay, you should know what could be given and all those things. Okay, then there will be a immediate injection of tetanus toxide to prevent the gangrene, that is nothing but necrosis, local necrosis. Okay, then fourth thing will be there, that intensive supportive therapy. Okay, so intensive supportive therapy in case here at ICU under observation with constant monitoring of blood pressure, pulse rate and respiratory rate. Okay, so this whole thing will be measured. Okay, and there will be also recording of ECG, WBC count. Okay, serum bicarbonate, creatinine, phosphokinase levels to understand the magnitude of the poisoning. Okay, so this general parameter will always consider in case of any snake bite. Okay, the next thing they will measure that monitoring of the urine output, specific gravity, and blood profile, especially clotting or necrosis is there or not. Okay, so these are the some of the you have further treatment also, but you have to remember first of all there is a no to get panic. Okay, the second thing that you have to adequate assurance about the treatment. Third thing that there will be an immediate injection of tetanus toxide to prevent the gangrene. Okay, the fourth thing will be there, at intensive at ICU you have to observe the constant monitoring of blood pressure, pulse rate and respiratory rate. Okay, then fourth thing, there will be also recording of ECG, WBC, serum bicarbonate and phosphokinase level, creatinine level to understand the what type of poison and what could be the magnitude of the poison. Okay, and then there will be a monitoring of the urine output, specific gravity, blood profile and necrosis and clotting you have to measure. Then there is a, see, this could be a primary treatment, that cleaning the wound. Okay, so first of wherever the animal has that snake has been bitten, you have to clean that particular wound. Okay, then you have to give tetanus anti-serum and antibiotic, it can be a useful, and blood transfusion in case of anemia. Okay, if that person may lose so much of blood, or if the person is having the anemia like condition, so that time you can provide the blood transfusion. Okay, and treatment with antivenom. Okay, so administer intravenously as diluted version in normal saline. it could be a, it could be a 20, 50, 100 ml diluted 2 to 3 times slowly, will effectively reverse sign and symptom of systemic poisoning and reduce the fatality of envenoming. Okay, so this some of the like when you are giving the anti venom sera. Okay, so this should be not given directly, it should be given in the normal solution after a diluting 2 to 3 times. Okay, and because this will irreversibly affect the sign and symptom of systemic poisoning, and there is a chance of the reduction in the fatality due to the envenoming. Okay, if some patient, okay, those who are allergic, okay, and they are so they should be treated with the adrenaline. Okay, so administer only after confirming systemic poisoning with venom. Okay, and it will prevent or minimize the local effect, especially necrosis, repeated if necessary. Okay. Sorry, I thought you are having this problem of the sound because if so much noise is there and the people are not stopping. Okay. So I'll continue in the next class. Okay. Take care.
Okay.